Hi, David. I hope you're well. And today we're talking about Betroffenheit. So let's go right into it. So, give me your impression of what the play experience is about. So, personally, for me, Betroffenheit is a production that explores the physical and mental toll of what I think is overwhelming loss. Um, at first, the experience of the going through the play is very confusing and non-linear, and you as an audience member don't know what's happening. And I think that that's sort of the goal. It's showing the complex descent into the chaos of our protagonist's mind, how he's literally battling his own thoughts and feelings being enacted as through the mimes. And The theatrical physical side being a manifestation of the magnitude of his experiences that are being shown. I think through the combination of like the dance and the few words that are spoken and the incredible lights and sound design, that the play really disorients us as the audience and does an incredible job at showing the physical manifested pain that we can actually go through trying to relive and fight through experiences. um and how we can get lightheaded, we can faint, like those things are pictured throughout the performance. And how every time he desperately tries to escape from doing this, one of his emotions, the people, pull him back. One of the mimes do something crazy, or something crazy happens that brings him back into uh, forced state of having to figure it out. I think the theater creator is investigating what personal loss and what trauma literally would visually look like, and it explores, for me personally, what that does to your body, and how we as humans feel the need to find ways to cope with that physical pain. There were many moments throughout the play where we can see addiction referenced, and this hits close to me personally because I can relate to that idea of feeling the need to use substances to fight pain, and that very powerful theme of repetition, the repetitive theme of repetition that he uses, is another really great dramaturgical tactic to highlight the fact that it can often feel like it's out of our control and it becomes a necessity for the body, and how that necessity, they highlight it beautifully through the dances, but how that necessity, we trick ourselves in saying that that necessity is a fix for our problems, but it really isn't. It just delays the having to solve those problems. And the fact that that solution comes to him through so many visually stunning and severely disorienting experiences, like being literally thrown through doors by the mimes, or blown up by one other, or forcibly brought into a Broadway experience, which was fun to watch. That's what it can often feel like as an addict. That's the extremes that it genuinely can go to in an addict's mind, of having to be forced to not use that substance, or having to be forced to address something without those substances. And I think that they displayed the physical torment and the emotional torment that I can genuinely remember in my life, having a similar landscape in my brain, with these same ideas of me combating emotions and combating these feelings that felt so powerful. And I think a great physical moment, moment that stood out for me within the show that really highlights that idea, is the first time that we actually see him like shut down. Theatrically and dramaturgically, it's done so simply. He's just running on the spot in this horrifying, harrowing face when you can barely see him, and they use like throughout the rest of the play, this beautiful 3D sound that blasts into your ears from every side, and these incredible blue flashing lights that flash around the stage, highlighting him from different angles. which just those three, technically, if you count him, simple tactics do such an amazing, amazing job at showing a actually relatable visual of physical grief and literally your brain ripping itself apart with, I have to do this, but I cannot do this anymore. And that is something that I literally teared up for being able to relate to. And the fact that they do it so simply with using the emotions as a way to move the narrative scene so seamlessly into, that beautiful dance and dance choreography sets, and using simple sound and lighting designs so effectively, just with timing and with like even the specific colors that are used. They invoke such a physical fear to the human body. Just so beautifully done that words weren't needed, and for me they usually are. And that's that goes to my question for the creator. So I know that it was mainly created by two people. My question is, how did the creators tie such personal experiences that would have had to have led to the inspiration of this creation? And I did a little reading that I know led to the inspiration of this creation. How could that be tied with so easily physical movement? Because for me, loss and grief ties so much more to the voice and description. So what was the inspiration to have it move to the body? And do you think that the same primal connection that was so easily achieved through, again, simple tactics and just complex choreography, do you think it would have worked? That same primal reaction, would it have been as effective with words? I really wish they could answer. But yes, so thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed.